it on your side too, or did it?
How do I do it? I don't.
It's the little ellipsis where it says more options in the corner, lower corner. Yeah. Next to the Hardy thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, and there's supposed to be record?
If you click the ellipsis, it has like start recording, stop. I'm not sure. It might already be recording for you, actually.
Okay,
so.
Maybe that's what's going. Oh, wait.
Now where do you think you're going? Thought it was wrong to come over. My daddy won't be home. It's in the dark. Now where do you think you're going? Thought it was wrong to come over. And your mama says I'm no good boy.
All right, so you just came out with a brand new single, Calendar Boy, which is really, really amazing and a good track. And the lyric video for it is going to be dropping any second now.
Maybe. I know you beat me to the visual for it, which is always nice when you do it for me. So I'm like, oh, good, no rush. So I know what you did was so incredible. Like, it literally made my day. I cannot tell you how much it did seeing that, because you not only like understood the song, but then to make something like your own project based on what I did, it's just the coolest thing. Because like, I don't know, I just like making songs, and the fact that you took it and did something creative on top of that is just so cool.
I think I've always been like a person who really loves like the music videos and such, because like especially that early YouTube era when it was like 2000s and then into the 10s, there were so many interesting and really creative videos coming out. And
I agree. I think I missed that era of music because it was a lot more creative. I think labels were like giving artists bigger budgets and stuff, and I know. I feel like music videos are like on their way out.
Yeah.
It feels like even like Beyonce, she dropped her entire album and she didn't even, not a single visual for it. I'm like, if Beyonce says music videos are over, they're over.
Oh yeah. And I was like thinking to myself, you know what, Beyonce, she just sat back, she watched Lady Gaga coast on Chromatica for 2 years through the pandemic without raising a fingernail, and she was like, I like that plan.
And it worked. And that's it. But I'm the same way though. Like, I love like pairing a visual to music, and it's sad to me that is kind of like not a lot of people just don't care about it. And even I found that too, like through releasing my music, and I feel like I did a lot more lyric videos for like these recent songs, because I feel like it just doesn't justify the amount of time I'm putting into the when it's like people don't jump from Spotify to YouTube. Like if they find my music on Spotify, they're not gonna like, it's like completely different audiences who like just me on YouTube versus Spotify. Spotify was better, and first of all, paid their artists more. That'd be great. But like, if it was like all in one hub where you can go to an artist and find their merch, had all their music videos you can watch. Like, if you could integrate like digital booklets into the albums, and like, so you can go to an artist page on Spotify and it was like just everything about the artist, like set like a photo gallery, like and then like I said, booklets and videos and stuff like that. It'd be different. But like I said, it's like, because they don't own all the other content, it's like they don't care. And now this doesn't feel like they're focusing on music. Like Spotify's like, we could pay these podcast people like instead. It's a lot easier because their long form content keeps people listening so much longer than your 2.5-minute song.
I don't know. YouTube was probably the first thing where I was looking at stuff other people were creating, and I guess like I fell into that. It's like interesting to see people's facial reactions and the way they interact.
I love your reaction, but I feel like you haven't been like doing that stuff as much, but it's I know I discovered your channel, and I love listening to music reacts, and even like movies and shows too. It's fun. Like I went on a binge of like Stranger Things when I was like obsessed with watching that a few months ago. I like went and watched a ton of YouTube reactions to the certain big moments.
Literally do the same thing. Like with Heartstopper, I was so obsessed with the show. I was like, do I want to watch it again? Or you know what? I'm just gonna go on YouTube and watch other people watch it.
I don't. It's watching someone else get emotional about a moment makes you just as emotional.
Yes. And like be able to hear their different interpretations and such. Like it's really interesting by like watching straight people when they watch Heartstopper, and it's like they get little like click moments where it's like, I never thought of things like this, and you're getting it. It's like, oh, that's lovely.
I never would have thought about that.
Yeah.
That's now I'm intrigued. I might have to do binge after this.
Yeah. So, River Weston, after a lot of very bad jokes, a lot of like barbing, stabbing comments, and a lot of just flames on the side of your head, you've been making a lot of TikToks recently.
I've been trying. Well, I would say they're like the low effort ones where you could just like stand there and like put like a wall of text and like do something in the background. But yeah, I've been trying. And it's I will say I go on and make one, but I don't sit there and like doom scroll for 2 hours. I don't do that because I know how dangerous it is. So
it's
like,
interesting. I had like a heavy scroll for a while, but then it like turns into a like casual thing where I could just do it for maybe 10 minutes and then I'm happy and fulfilled.
You feel
because when you finally get the algorithm just right where it's giving you stuff you actually want to see and you're not doom scrolling or like getting terrified of stuff.
Yeah, I know. You have to get on the right side of TikTok.
Yeah.
If you get on the right side of it. But, you know, I'm gonna keep going. I think I still want to focus on I'd love to do more covers, and I think TikTok's a great place to do that because like I said, because I feel like YouTube and like a lot of video, like going through and doing a cover, fully producing it and making something for it might not get a big return. I feel like just like quickly singing a chorus to like a song on throwing it on TikTok might be the way to go. So I have a bunch of songs I want to cover and people like ask me to do for like years.
Oh, so, I know all about that.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not one of them.
What? Oh, damn! I gotta up this. I gotta go more frequently. It's been a journey. It's really funny to think that this all started like 2018, and then here it is, all this time later, and like a lot of stuff's changed. It's been a crazy passage of time.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the craziest shifts in my life for sure. I mean, well, okay. Well, when we talked last, so it was still COVID, so we were still like, but no, I would say my whole like daily routine is completely different from like work and stuff. It's the work from home now. I rarely, I don't know. I don't. My circle of people I interact with is so small because like I'm like, okay, I maybe not as rural as you, but I'm still pretty we're in the woods, so
yeah.
And
I like to say it's like you're just
go to work either, so
yeah,
it's pretty rough.
Yeah, I usually say it's like you're just far out enough where it takes effort to want to go somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's not one of those, oh, we could just walk down the block to this little restaurant or something. It's nope. You got to get out the good shoes if you want to walk. Yep.
Has perks and downsides for sure.
Yep. What are your plans going through the rest of the year? Because, this year it's been better, but it's still a little bit crazy. And I know you have plans like starting out, but how's that come up to now?
It's definitely taken longer, I think, to do it. But like, yeah, I'm finishing the last song for my album this week. The last song is being mastered this week. So that is done. Shooting the album cover this week. And then I have to probably in 2 weeks finish the artwork so I can get vinyl ready because I really want to do vinyl for Christmas. So hopefully I'll have the album out in November with vinyl available, and then probably a single in between now and then, another one.
Yeah.
Probably late September, early October, another single. So doing it, and then I just want to get it out and keep going. I'm like getting that bug of like, because all these songs I'm like working on now, like I wrote a year ago, and I'm like already like ready to move on to the next.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like people looking, they don't really like see the full extent of the process. Like,
oh yeah,
the stuff that's coming out in 2002 was stuff that was getting started out in 2020 or 2021, and all of the stuff of building it up until it's actually in your mind at least, good enough to put out there, and you can finally let it go and stop tinkering with
I
it.
feel like letting it out. I had this like jazz bug in me a few years ago where I was just obsessed with it, and I really wanted to challenge myself and like try to write like authentic jazz melodies. And it was such a fun study in songwriting for me to try to like use phrases and just melodies and chord progressions they'd use. So it was really fun songwriting process, and I feel like I got it out of my system with all these songs, and it was fun, and I'm glad people have been enjoying it. I don't think it was like the best, maybe it wasn't the best decision in terms of trying to get new listeners, because I feel like releasing like 50s jazz music in 2022 is not like probably not going to get like a bunch of young people excited about my music, but I felt like I had to do it for my own like creativity. I was obsessed with some of those songs, and I just wanted to, so it's been fun.
But I do feel like the lockdown in a way has like really kindled a lot of nostalgia stuff too, because like obviously like almost as soon as lockdown happened, we started getting things like a lot of the disco style music, and then jumping back into other genres, and even fashion is like doing a lot of throwback stuff recently. So
that's like a mix of different eras fashion wise. I agree.
Oh yeah. I've been watching like when lockdown started, one of the things I started doing was watching a lot of runway shows, and it's actually really fun to see the trends build and develop as those go on, and just see like how that has kind of happened. I've just been here like, this is interesting. I like this. And then there's also been like, they use a lot of good music on those runways. There's been times now I'm looking up the song after I've seen a show. It's like, ooh, I like this person.
You'll have to send me some.
I should have to, yeah. So, any plans for Christmas? Cough, cough, hint, hint.
Maybe send you a free album as a gift, maybe.
I mean, I was gonna say Jingle Bells, but I mean that works too.
No, oh my god, I've not started thinking that far. I haven't even try not to think about it, because I think we've talked about up here in upstate New York, it starts snowing in like November, and then it sticks around sometimes till April. That's half the year where we have snow, and it's as someone who's eternally cold, like I'm cold some days right now. I still like sit at my computer with a blanket on. It's kind of like it's too much. I've been ready to move since I was like 16. I need to do that, but
since you were 16 and now you're only 47, so you know,
one
happening
day,
any day soon.
84, I'll get there.
Still aiming for California?
I don't know. I honestly, I would love to get in a situation where I could like I don't even care where, just somewhere warm for the winter, and then come back to the lake and get where I am here in New York during the summer. That's the ultimate goal in life.
I feel that entirely. Yeah, just situate yourself where you can get ideal weather all year round.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to be. Doesn't need to be perfect location. Because like I said, my sister's in Nashville, and I would go down there. Just need to figure out how I could own another house. We can figure that out.
It's funny, I have a lot of friends in Nashville recently. It feels like it's been sort of popping as a bigger place to move. Yeah.
Oh, I don't. She moved down there for school, and yeah, she loves it. It's obviously the music scene's great. It's you know, I think country music and stuff, and not just country music now. It's like turned to like just music in general, songwriter hub. I would love to go down there more. One of my producers, Ben, who did my whole last album, is down there. It's insane. I haven't been and visited, but it's life.
Yep. That's life. We've been talking about wanting to travel and do more things since 2019, and look how that's gone.
I would love. I was excited. We made it to Maine a few months ago, and that was so nice. Just to be able to travel, do something small again. Like 2 states over, it's still really nice.
And you actually posted to social media, so it was really fun to see it.
I tried.
So, any plans for Christmas? Cough, cough, hint, hint.
Maybe send you free album as a gift, maybe. Maybe I'd be happy.
I mean, I was gonna say Jingle Bells, but I mean that works too.
No, oh my god, I've not started thinking that far. I haven't even
Yeah.
trying not to think about it, because I think we've talked about up here in upstate New York, it starts snowing in like November and then it sticks around sometimes till April. That's half the year where we have snow, and it's as someone who's eternally cold, like I'm cold some days right now. I still like sit at my computer with a blanket on. It's kind of like it's too much. I've been ready to move since I was like 16. I need to do that, but
since you were 16 and now you're only 47, so
yeah,
you know,
one
happening
day,
any day
when I'm
soon.
84, I'll get there.
Still aiming for California?
I don't know. I honestly, I would love to get in a situation where I could like I don't even care where, just somewhere warm for the winter and then come back to the lake and here where I am here in New York during the summer. That's the ultimate goal in life.
I feel that entirely. Yeah. Just situate yourself where you can get ideal weather all year round.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to be, doesn't need to be perfect location. Because like I said, my sister's in Nashville, and I would go down there. Just need to figure out how I could own another house. We can figure that out.
It's funny, I have a lot of friends in Nashville recently. It feels like it's been sort of popping as a bigger place to move. Yeah.
Oh, I know. She moved down there for school, and yeah, she loves it. It's obviously the music scene's great. It's you know, I think country music and stuff, and not just country music now. It's like turned to like just music in general, songwriter hub. I would love to go down there more. One of my producers, Ben, who did my whole last album, is down there. It's insane. I haven't been and visited, but it's life.
Yep. That's life. We've been talking about wanting to travel and do more things since 2019, and
no,
look how that's gone.
I would love. I was excited. We made it to Maine a few months ago, and that was so nice. Just to be able to travel, do something small again. It was like 2 states over. It's still really nice.
And you actually posted to social media, so it was really fun to see it.
I tried. I know it's sometimes it's fun, and then other days it feels taxing. You know, because like it gets overwhelming, and I think I've developed by now like the good balance to the point where when I'm not enjoying social media, to learn to take a break until I start doing it again. Because you know, if it starts feeling overwhelming, like you feel like you have to do it, it starts feeling like pressure to do it. And like, and I know that's even regular people who just check it. I mean, not that I'm not a regular person, but I'm using it to like as a promotional tool too.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like you're drawn to it, but it's also because you know that you have to do it for like building your music, building your career. And I definitely feel that. Because I was doing a thing where I was trying to be really strict on everything too, trying to get one extra little view here, one person to click a YouTube link, and it could get like, yeah,
and then you feel guilty if you don't do it. So it's been a balance to try to figure out when it's too much. But I think I've gotten there, and usually I'm like good about taking breaks when I need to.
Yeah. I'm getting there. Usually when I'm taking a break from something, it's because I've got suspended from Twitter for like a week or something.
Come back as another person.
Yep. Oh, this rule gay boy, totally different rule gay boy. You know, there's a whole bunch of them all over the place. Yeah.
It's funny. I like your like slight tweaks to your name.
Just another gay boy. I think people started saying this around like 2021, that it's funny that this whole COVID thing has just made us realize how many people don't wash their hands.
Oh yeah. Okay. We should stop there for a minute, because so it was this last week or whatever, you know, men's restroom. I think it was like, maybe it was like Target or something like that. I was like
Target.
Went to the bathroom, and you know, I was sitting there washing my hands, and someone, like literally within the time I was there, 2 people did not even wash their hands at all. And I'm like, okay, so apparently we go from sanitizing every single time we like leave our house,
Yeah.
to don't need to bother washing your hands after going to the bathroom again. Completely.
It's like we had people washing groceries at one point.
I know.
Yeah.
That's just a hard stop.
Yeah.
It switched. It surprised me that people like were.
All right. Also, this is totally just sidelined and me being in a weird headspace right now where I'm buying a lot of clothes, but I love that shirt. That looks amazing.
I forgot where I got it, but yeah, I like. I've been into the collared shirts lately.
Yeah.
I have that whole '60s vibe, trying to, and also I like intentionally bought this shirt because I don't know if you remember. I did this like TikTok where it like showed you what your what colors you should wear based on like your skin tone, hair color, and all my and colors like this were like, don't wear it. Don't wear any of these like nice like warm like kind of unsaturated in between colors. It was like wear bright red and Crayola crayon blue, and that's it. So I like bought a bunch of stuff that I apparently does not look good on me. So
You gotta love it. And also too, like whoever said not to do that has obviously never seen you because look at you. You blend in with the wood paneling perfectly.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's an introvert's dream. You could just lean up against the wall and disappear in an awkward social situation.
I'll have to use the shirt more often. And, yeah, I could disappear even more so.
I used to like try to keep up with so many shows,
Hey.
and then just turned into a burnout again.
I agree. That's kind of what happened with like Drag Race, because like we like obsessively watched it, and then they started doing the thing with like The Voice, where they like started doing like multiple seasons a year, and then like I was like we missed one, and then we were like, oh, we're behind, and then we missed two, and like, oh, now we're really behind. Now we're behind so many seasons that it just feels like overwhelming.
And then they started the international stuff too.
Yes,
So you're
I know it's too much. I like them so now. I feel like I'll never catch up.
Yep.
But I heard they did like they've done 2 Kylie songs as lip syncs recently, and that was like it made me want to jump back in just to see those.
Yeah. Just real quick on YouTube, typing in Kylie Minogue Drag Race and seeing what pops up.
Well, what the first one that let me know is, so I've like on Kylie's Get Out of My Way music video, I like made a comment like, I don't know, it was like 3 years ago. It's like I was like, the fact that this has never been a lip sync for your life song on Drag Race is homophobic, as like a joke. And it got like, however, it was like the top comment on the video. And after that lip sync, they did use it as a lip sync like 3 weeks ago. I got so many notifications from this comment I made like 3 years ago being like, well, it was on it now.
Manifesting.
I know. It was like, I literally had to update it being like, it was on, I know it was on it. Stop sending me notifications.
I kind of love when that happens though. Like it happens to me more on Twitter and such, but I do have a few YouTube ones, even on this account, that are still
like
getting little things.
And you're like, why are you responding to it now?
Yeah. It's one of those things, oh wait, I said that? When did I even say that? My opinion has totally changed since then.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that happens. That's why I've stopped leaving a lot of public comments like that. I don't want the conversations. The Calendar Boy video. You're gonna have fun editing this, by the way, because we're jumping topics. Like,
yeah. Honestly, that's the best thing about these. It's funny when we're going in like all these different directions, and
that's me. That I have like too many thoughts.
Yeah.
Too many. But I was on your Twitter and then saw that you were like teasing that Calendar Boy thing like 2 weeks ago, and I had no idea that's what it was for. And I was like, wait, you were completely like leaving so many hints that you were doing that. I did not pick up on it at all.
And honestly, most of it was my own damn laziness, because like I was filming this thing, starting it up like literally while I was job hunting and doing other stuff. So I'd be tired some days. I'd be like, I'll take a nap, and then it was too dark to film, or I just didn't feel like putting on a full outfit. And then I think I rushed and did like 5 months in one day. I did like the first 5 months all spread out, and I was like, I finally got to get this underway. He's already released the song, and so I just, it all came together in the end, and that was really. Yeah.
It was so cool. I loved like the merch commercial. It was so awesome. I loved it.
Well, it's like, after someone says to you, well, if someone would actually buy the stuff, I might make more new stuff. I was like, I have a plan.
Right. I know. It's fun. I have people like, someone just asked me the link for my store like the other day, and I was like, I don't know. I never know what to put as like my bio link. Like sometimes I'm like, I should direct people right to Spotify so they could listen to the song. But then like people are like, where's your merch store? It's too hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the riverwestin.com works, but then they got other stuff. Yeah.
And then there's a whole thing about that I read about like how if you make it too hard for someone, they're not going to do it. So it's like if you have to click my bio link and then you have to click another link to listen to the song, people will be like, 2 clicks is too much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll direct you right to Spotify, but then you don't know where my merch is. So.
Yeah.
It's my struggle. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
TikTok is really good as like a transitional sort of social media type thing for bringing people to other outlets and such. More like literally what you're saying, you're like people having to find another link and such. Because I know people on Twitch that do a lot of advertising for their Twitch streams on TikTok, and YouTubers that are putting more stuff on there to bring people to their channel. And I don't know, it's kind of odd because most social media feels very insular. Like Twitter wants to keep you in Twitter. Instagram wants to keep you in. Well, Instagram doesn't know what it wants to keep you in, but it wants to keep you there. Yeah. We have our shop over here. We have Reels over here. We have this over here. We're doing some experiment with, I don't know, it's mutated. It's disgusting. We're probably going to put it down, but we have all this stuff, so you don't have to go anywhere else.
That is a good description of Instagram right now.
And meanwhile, like TikTok is just like, oh yeah, click that, go over there, go check this out.
Good point.
Yeah.
I feel like I have noticed that. It is like even people like, I've seen a lot of people like jump over and actually follow me on Instagram from TikTok. So I think that's true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll change when they realize they can get people in there longer.
Yeah. I mean, they're putting out the 10-minute videos now. Who knows how long it's going to end up being.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Minute video on TikTok now?
Yep. You could do 10 minutes maximum. It's been wonderful for me uploading old movie clips because, but.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So, like you said, you've kind of worked out some jazz bugs with this recent album and these projects. What's kind of tickling your fancy more recently for like future projects?
It's been, I think, you want to let get on the I don't know how to say it. I guess I'll get into like what I've been thinking about to do next for my music has been kind of hard because like I think what I would do is jump into a full-length project again because that's just what I love. Like I feel like we talked about how like we love that era of music where it's like you get a full album and like it has packaging and it's cohesive and it has like a full like aesthetic and sound. And that's like what I love doing. I love like creating these very I don't know, fully thought out projects. But I don't think I'm going to do that next because I just don't think it makes sense for me. I think I've done 2 and it's been fun. But I think next I kind of just I just want to write, I just want to write a song and put it out. And whatever comes, if it's a ballad, it's a ballad. If it's a pop song, it's a pop song. If it's another jazz song, that's that. It'll probably still have the DNA of what I've always done, but whatever comes out, I'm just going to do it and put it out and not try to be worried about it fitting. Because that's like the past 2 projects, like I've like really tried to write songs specific to like the theme that I was working towards. And so I kind of just want to write a song if I think it's good, put it out and keep doing that until, I don't know. I think that I just want to put out singles.
like kind of go. I'm trying to think of the phrasing I had in my head. Like you kind of want to go back to being more of like the story writer that makes songs, as opposed to being like the full musician who's doing a genre, doing a style, and putting it.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, I guess it's a good way of saying it. I don't want to. I don't want to stop and like get stuck in doing one thing for too long. Where I just want to write a song and put it out. And also, I would love to start producing my own stuff more again, because I've I love all the producers I work with. Like, they've been amazing and made my songs sound so great. But just for a challenge, again, I feel like for this jazz thing, it was like a challenge. I think it'd be a great challenge next for me to just try to produce my own stuff. So do it from start to finish. It will be really fun. So yeah, expect that, I guess, after this album comes out, to just lots of singles. Maybe they won't be connected. They might not fit all together. It's just gonna be a stream of music. I might try some poppier stuff, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That was a really long, drawn out answer that was very rambly, but I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's just hard for me to pinpoint, like, because I want to keep growing, you know what I mean? But I don't, sometimes I feel lost. I don't really know where to go.
Yeah. Because it's like, I think when you looking like at older stuff and such, like when you're a little bit more like going at it that way, your songs do have like this variable to them. Like some of you is like that very like 50s, 60s dream pop vibe, and then you can jump and be a little bit more contemporary, be a little bit more country. And it's like you'd let the genre fit the story that you've written and the lyrics and such.
Yeah.
Whereas like with the bigger projects recently, it's been more like you're sitting back a bit thinking this lyric will go with this kind of genre. So
yeah, exactly. I wrote songs very specific to my goal that I had in my head for it. So yeah, next I just want to write a song, and if it's good, I'm gonna put it out.
Yep.
That's all it's gonna be. I just want to do that. It'll be fun, and I think it'll be a new challenge. I like working. I like being busy and doing that stuff.
All right, so this was me talking at long last once more with River Westin, going over some throwbacks to candy cigarettes, talking about Calendar Boy, the fantastic, wonderful video I released on time for that, and the one he's going to get around to eventually, whenever that happens, you know, and obviously the next album that is going to be coming just in time for it to be a wonderful Christmas present for everyone. And that isn't a suggestion, that's an order, actually. You guys have to go and get that album. And I will be taking names. I will be coming to houses. I will be checking on y'all. Buy the album.
I think everyone will like it. If you've liked what I've done so far, I think you'll like it.
Yeah. And, yep, we will see him again sooner or later, eventually. And until then, remember, life always gets better as long as you work at it brick by brick. My God, my brand is predictable.